Hello, guys, and welcome to Season 2 of the Penny Podcast. I'm Andrés. I'm in 12th grade, and I'm the Coppell Student Media Web Producer.
I'm Meer Mahfuz. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm a staff writer.
If this is your first time tuning in, the Penny Podcast is a weekly podcast that incorporates entertainment and interview elements.
This week, our CSM highlight goes to Camila Villareal for her article, What Being a Mexican Has Become, published under our opinion section. I'll recite the opening to her article. When I was in elementary school, every third grader was asked to dress up according to their ethnicity and sing a few songs as a choir. I wore a traditional Mexican dress with red, white, and green ribbons. My classmates circled around me that night, screaming, "Give us a twirl," until I could twirl no more. To read the rest of Camila's piece, head over to coppellstudentmedia.com.
This week on One Shot. As the decade wraps up, a lot of music publications have begun releasing their best of the decade lists. Pitchfork gave their number one spot to Frank Ocean's Blonde, while NME gave theirs to the Arctic Monkeys' AM. Meer, what is your album of the decade?
I would have to give it to Kanye West or Drake.
I think so too. I mean, Kanye's been releasing a bunch of great albums lately, so might as well give it to him. Now, on to the main show. What is your full name, grade, and favorite color?
My name is Preston Taylor. I'm in 9th grade, and my favorite color is purple.
All right, nice. For how long have you been involved with soccer?
I've been playing soccer pretty much my whole life. Ever since I was 2 years old, I've been on the ball. My dad had, my brother plays soccer because he's older than me. He's 21, and he played soccer when he was younger. So I'd go to his games as a kid, and my dad would always have me on the soccer ball, just kicking it around, passing it to him, and things like that. But as my whole life, I've been playing soccer day in, day out. Only when I was about 8 or 9, I took a break for about a year. I didn't play any soccer or anything. I dropped everything and just focused on things a 9-year-old should. And recently too, before high school season started, I had left my club team. It was the end of 2018. I left my club team, and then I took a break for a few months and then got right back into high school soccer.
All right.
How does it feel being a freshman on the boys varsity soccer team? Do you feel like you have to live up to others' expectations?
It's crazy. Like I somehow I knew this was coming. It was kind of preconceived. Like that's the reason why I played up a year for club. The team I left, it was an 03 team. So I played up a year, and so the players that are on that team now are all seniors and juniors. So I'm kind of used to playing with older kids and the pace and the physicality. But I'm kind of fitting in with them. Like I like the seniors and juniors, and some of the sophomores too. Like they're very welcoming, and they're great teammates and supporters of me and my journey of trying to get up to where I want to be.
So you feel at home in your team.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. In what ways do you push yourself as an athlete? Do you say maybe one more drill today or this whole week? What do you say?
The way I push myself is that I do the manual or the practices we have to do during the week. I put in effort. I put as much effort as I can, and then on the weekends I'll try to get workouts through. Maybe going to the gym for about 45 minutes to an hour, working out, lifting weights, going up to Wagon Wheel or Andy Brown by myself and just kicking around because the goals are still up, so I can just go out there with a few soccer balls and practice my shooting as a forward. And just eating good as well, having a good diet, making sure that the things I'm eating are helping me grow, and just so I can be there physically with the older kids.
How would you describe yourself as an athlete? Who are your biggest inspirations?
I would describe myself as kind of less confident, but confident in the same way. Like there's some mistakes I'll make, and then I'll just like kind of break myself down. Like I'm just like, okay, you can't make that mistake again, or else you're not going to be appreciated as much. And so I just try my best to fix my mistakes in time, Because I know some people fix their mistakes like over time. I try to fix my mistakes like right then and there after I make the mistake. So I guess I'm just one to put in as much effort as I can and just fix everything so I can be as perfect as I can.
Nice. What would you play if soccer did not exist, and why?
I feel like I played track. If that counts as yeah.
Yeah.
I did track in middle school for 7th and 8th grade, and 7th grade was really fun. Track was a great way to become friends and kids in my school and kids from other schools too. And plus, like I've always been a runner my whole life. I'd run with my dad and my brother during the summers. We'd run like 2 miles, I think, total every weekend. And so building that up, I've just always been someone who likes running, and I got into long jump and triple jump. And Coach Fernandez was the coach for them, or for long jump and triple jump at the time, and he was a great coach, and he really pushed me to be, who I am today.
I see.
Do you have any specific preferences as to what gear you choose to wear when you're practicing or playing, meaning Adidas or Nike, and to that extent?
No, I don't really think about what I'm wearing. I just, when I'm out practicing my own, I usually tend to wear something that's not club related, because they might kick me off of the field seeing that I'm like a club player practicing on their field. So that's kind of the only thing I notice.
Okay. Work around almost.
Yeah.
That's good. Sometimes we get caught up in our own business that we forget that there are people around us who are supporting us every step of the way. Who are those people in your life?
Definitely my parents. They support me a lot. My brother, definitely my brother. My coaches that I've had, pretty much all of my coaches, they've always been there for me, and they've made me who I am today. My teammates are very supportive, and that's pretty much it. Coach Balcom especially is very supportive.
What are some of the behind-the-scenes aspects that student athletes have to go through that many people are not aware of?
That's a good question. I mean, doing the extra workouts and stuff, kind of the pressure that you have as an athlete. Because when you're athletic, people think highly of you to kind of be very productive and, work your tail off out there all the time. And sometimes that's not the case. Like people have their off days where they're just not up to speed. But I feel like kind of having a high expectation from other people, being an athlete, is kind of something that not very many people see.
I see. What would you tell someone who is perhaps a bit hesitant to play soccer at a high school level?
I would say give it a try. I mean, you never know what you can enjoy and be interested if you've never tried it before.
Mm-hmm.
So especially with the JV2 kids, like as freshmen, some of them have never played soccer before. The ones that were trying, some kids that were trying out that never played soccer before, they just wanted to try it out and see if they liked it or not, and see if they were at the level that they kind of needed to be at. Because obviously, like, if you're gonna try out for something, you have to be kind of sort of experienced in a way, especially in sports. If you don't really understand much of it, you're not gonna get very far. So that's why, if you're hesitant about it, you can be less hesitant by kind of looking into soccer, seeing things like watching clips and highlights of professional players playing. Looking at different aspects of soccer and kind of getting a better understanding of soccer, so then you're less hesitant to get into it, and you can see at things that you may enjoy doing while playing soccer, and just getting better at it. Like with track, I had very little knowledge of track at all. I looked into track, I watched some triple jump videos and long jump videos of the Olympics, and I saw that those guys can fly. Like, they can literally fly. So I was like, okay, I want to do that. And so I decided, that seems like a good interest for me, and I think that I could actually do something with that. So I tried it out, and it took me pretty far.
Yeah.
How are you mentally preparing yourself to play in your first ever high school soccer season in terms of confidence and also the physicality aspect?
I went over this earlier. The confidence, it's getting there. Of course, I'm gonna be nervous because I'm a freshman playing with these a lot bigger guys. But I feel like I can be a very essential part of this team. The practices that we've had, preseason, and all of that, I think that I could be someone important and useful, and that my physicality will just keep getting better and bigger. I think by the time I'm a senior, I'm gonna be huge. Like, it's all the workouts that we're doing, all the workouts that I'm doing on my own. Like, I just feel like by the time comes when I'm a senior or junior, and I'm up there at the higher ages, and people look up to me, I think I'm gonna be, bigger in size and skill wise as well. But yeah,
It's good. It's always good to boost yourself up that way.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself continuing to play soccer for years to come?
Oh yes, that's my goal. My goal is to go pro. College, yes, of course, college. I'm gonna ride soccer all the way through my life as long as I can. Soccer's something I enjoy. Recently, especially, I've always had a problem with commitment with playing soccer and kind of working out too. Throughout the years of my life, like I just don't feel committed to it, but I want to be, but I just don't feel the effort, and I don't put in the effort in order to get better, and to practice, and to focus on playing and getting better and physically getting better. But recently, with high school coming up and that whole break I've had recently, I just thought things through, and I've been focusing more on my future and how I'm going to get there, and soccer is one of them. And I realized that I need to focus more on soccer, because soccer is going to be one of the things that will, make me successful as a person, I believe.
Nice. Special thanks to our guest, Preston, and my co-host, Meer. Thank you all for joining us in the 31st episode of the Penny Podcast. Links to the material we mentioned today can be found below, and see y'all next week.